Welcome to the webinar presented by the Office of Court Administration, or OCA, on the Appointments and Fees Report mandated by Senate Bill 1369. My name is Sandra Mabbitt, and I am a Judicial Information Analyst at OCA, where our mission is to provide resources and information for the efficient administration of the judicial branch of Texas. Last session, the legislature passed Senate Bill 1369, which created Chapter 36 of the Texas Government Code. This statute applies to all courts in the state and is effective September 1st, 2016. Courts will need to start collecting the required information beginning in September, and the first report for September is due by October 15th. The new statute requires every court in the state to report all appointments of and any fees paid to an attorney ad litem, a guardian ad litem, a mediator, or a competency evaluator in any type of case. Note that for purposes of this statute, a competency evaluator is defined as a physician or psychologist who performs examinations to determine whether an individual is incapacitated or has an intellectual disability for purposes of appointing a guardian for the individual. The statute lists 4 exceptions to the reporting requirement. The first is a mediation conducted by an alternative dispute resolution system. Second, an attorney ad litem, guardian ad litem, amicus attorney, or mediator appointed under a domestic relations office. Third, a person appointed under a program for volunteer advocates in child protection cases. And lastly, any information made confidential under state or federal law, such as a case in which a minor seeks to have an abortion without the consent of her parent or guardian. Every court must submit 2 reports each month. One will be for all appointments made during the month, and the other will be for all fees approved or paid during the month. Every court in the state must submit these reports, even if the court has no activity to report. Most municipal and justice courts will submit no activity reports all or a majority of the time. If a court does have activity to report, it will most likely be an appointment of a guardian ad litem or an attorney in a truancy case. If you do have activity to report, for each appointment made or fee paid, you must report the name of the judge or magistrate who signed the order, the name of the court, the case number and style of the case, the name of the person or entity appointed. Note that the person's state bar card number must be included if the person is an attorney, the position to which the person or entity was appointed, and, if relevant, the relationship of the appointee to the ward or deceased, the date of appointment or the date the fee was approved or paid, the source of the fee, and the amount of the fee that was approved. If the amount of the fee is greater than $1,000, the report should also include the number of hours billed and the total amount of billed expenses. Judges and clerks will need to locally determine the specifics about how the required information is to be obtained. When the Supreme Court established the requirement of reporting appointments and fees by the district and county courts in 1993, it included the following procedural requirements in its order. Each appointment is to be made by a written order. Each approval of the payment of a fee is to be accomplished by a separate written order, and orders making appointments or approving the payment of fees are to be sufficiently specific to enable the clerks to prepare the required monthly reports. We would recommend that all other courts follow these procedures so that the court and clerk get the information that they need to meet the reporting requirements. Courts should be aware that if a court fails to submit the required report, the statute states that the court is ineligible for any grant money awarded by the state or a state agency for the next state fiscal biennium, which begins September 1st, 2017. The statute requires the report to be submitted by the 15th of each month for the previous month's activity. In addition, the report must be posted in the courthouse and on the court's website by the 15th of the month. Now that we've gone over the reporting requirements, let's continue to the submission of the report. You must submit your report online through our reporting database at card.txcourts.gov. You will use the same login ID and password that you use for logging in and submitting the monthly court activity report. Just like the monthly court activity report, the option to submit the report by manually entering the information is available, as well as the option to upload an XML file. In order to upload an XML file, your case management vendor or local IT staff will need to format the report to the XML specifications available on our website. And again, remember that the report must be submitted for each court, even if there is no activity to report. Once you have logged in at card.txcourts.gov, you will select the Appointments and Fees button. To enter a report manually, select Add New Record. A data entry form will appear. The reporting period will automatically default to the month and year that is due at the time you log in, so make sure that the dates reflect the month and year you want to submit a report for. If they don't, make the necessary change. You will then choose the type of activity, either appointment or fee. If you have activity to report, complete each field, go to the bottom of the report, type your name in the Prepared By line, and click on Submit. If there is no activity to report for the month, check the No Activity box, go to the bottom of the report, type your name in the Prepared By line, and click on Submit. If you complete all of the required fields correctly, you will receive a message that the record was saved successfully. Once you click on OK, you will be returned to the screen where you may add another record. If you don't have more records to add, you can simply log out. If there are any fields that are incorrect, incomplete, or missing, you will receive an error message in red at the top of the page. Any errors will be listed to make you aware of the corrections you will need to make. Once you have made the corrections, go to the bottom of the page and click on Submit. After all corrections are made, you will receive the Record Saved Successfully message. If you want to upload an XML file, your case management vendor or local IT staff will need to create the program to generate an XML file from your case management system. OCA has created instructions for vendors or IT staff to create a properly formatted XML file. To receive information on the XML instructions, you may send an email to judinfo@txcourts.gov. First, you must generate an XML file from your case management system and save it on your computer. Once you have created the file, log into the Appointments and Fees database and select the Import XML button. On this screen, you will click on Browse, find the file you saved on your computer, and double-click on it so that it populates in the browser bar. To complete the upload, you will then click on Import. If you upload an XML file and the file meets the XML specifications, you will receive a message that the import was successful. If the XML file does not meet specifications, you will receive a message indicating what is preventing the file from uploading successfully. You will then need to contact your case management vendor or local IT staff to make the necessary corrections. You will find the reporting instructions on our website at www.txcourts.gov. To get to the information on the Appointments and Fees reports, click on Judicial Data then reporting to OCA, then appointments and fees in civil cases, then Senate Bill 1369. This screen shows the direct link to the web page for Senate Bill 1369 reporting requirements, which you can save as a favorite. This screen shows the information available on the Senate Bill 1369 page. Here you will find the instructions, spreadsheets you may use to complete the reports, as well as frequently asked questions. If you have saved this page as a favorite, you can check periodically for any updates we have made. The web page will be updated as additional material becomes available. When an item has been updated or any new material is added, the date updated will be noted by that item. We are now at the end of the webinar. We hope that you found this to be helpful and that it provided you with the information necessary to complete the reports. Our email, phone, and fax information is listed here so that you may contact us if you have any questions. Thank you for taking the time to view this webinar.